So I didn't catch this when I was on live stream, but listen to this reporter after we took Shemar Stewart in the draft, okay? I want to go ahead and just play this audio and tell me what you think.
In you.
Hey man, there's something going straight line off figure everything out now.
All right, well, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow's jobs just got a little bit harder in the AFC North. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brady.
She said, and I quote, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow's jobs has got a lot more difficult in the AFC North. He plays for the Bengals. He plays for the Bengals. Shemar Stewart just got drafted to our team. How are you saying Joe Burrow's job is... What she's saying is the quarterbacks in the AFC North are going to have a lot more difficult of a time because she's saying this guy right here, who got 4.5 sacks over 3 years, is going to be a disruptor in the NFL and is going to get to the quarterback. He's going to get after the quarterbacks in the AFC North, which would be Mason Rudolph. I love the fact Mason Rudolph is actually still a thing. Lamar Jackson and Kenny Pickett? Joe Flacco? Kenny Pickett? I think Kenny Pickett's the guy. Kenny Pickett claims it's his job because he said that he didn't get signed to be a backup. Whatever. Anyway, so she's claiming that Joe Burrow. Oh, man. That summarizes tonight. This clip right here summarizes tonight in the most perfect way humanly possible. That's how tonight went. We ended tonight with Joe Burrow is going to have a tough time in his... No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's talk about Shemar Stewart, though, because there is actually some very positive things about him. I know that was very negative right there, but let's talk about him. So Shemar Stewart scored a 10 out of a possible 10 on his RAS score, which is ranked 1 out of 2,029 defensive ends from 1987 to 2025. He scored a perfect 10. That's actually pretty damn good. Okay, that's pretty damn good. Al Golden said his play style is awesome. I love the way he finishes. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to get him out. Get him here. Now, Shemar Stewart did talk about the Bengals because they asked him, "Hey, like, what was the pre-draft process like with the Bengals?" He says he doesn't recall any pre-draft conversation or contact with the Bengals. There was like no actual, like they picked a name out of a hat. I'm sorry, but they did. They picked the name of a hat. That's officially what this is. We didn't think we were going to draft him or had any like mental logical opinion that we were going to draft him, but we did. Now again, at the end of the day, I think he could be a great player. I'm holding out hope. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to tell you right now that this is a good pick because I think he's going to be a great player for us. Do I think he's better than the picks on the board? No, I do not think he is. And honestly, I can't think he is because this was my big board. My big board I created was right here. And this is how I saw everything going. That's my big board. So at the end of the day, he was number 17 for a reason. Because I believe that all the players I have above him, I think, are better than him. But it doesn't mean he's not a good player. If he wasn't a good player, I wouldn't have him on my big board, right? And that doesn't make any sense. This was a guy who could have been a top 15 pick. There was a lot of mocks where he was going to either the 49ers or he was going to the Bears. He was going top 15. We got a top 15 player. Now, does that mean much? You know, once you actually get on the field, we'll have to wait and see, right? He's really good in run defense. He's not the greatest pass rusher. 4.5 sacks over 3 years, not really that great. But he's really good in run defense. And that's something we did struggle with greatly, was stopping the run. So this is a really good run defender. So that's going to help us out greatly. We got TJ Slayton as well as a run defender. So now we have 2 really good run defenders to help out to shut down the run. Now we have to work on the pass rushing ability. And it's definitely something we have to continue to operate and work on. Hopefully Joseph Asai can take a step forward this year, and also Cam Sample to hopefully, balance out with Trey. But we also have 5 more draft picks, right? And at the end of the day, we're going to probably take some offensive guards. We're probably going to take another defensive lineman in some capacity, probably multiple defensive linemen. We might take a linebacker. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. It sucks. It does. But it sucks because I feel like we all had players we wanted and we didn't get, which always sucks when it comes to the NFL draft, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's just how life goes when it comes to the NFL draft. You go into the draft and everyone has their players that they want. And sometimes you get those guys, sometimes you don't. Mike Green's still on the board, by the way. Just a little side note. Donovan's still on the board. Josh Simmons is still on the board. Oh, no, Josh Simmons did go. He was the last pick by the Chiefs. Nick, the strong safety, is still on the board. The thing I hate the most is that the Ravens got Starks. If you guys have been following the channel, you know I wanted Starks very badly. We didn't get him, and the Ravens got him. And that's what really, really ticks me off. So it is what it is at the end of the day. But you know what? Keep trucking forward one day at a time, and let's get right back to work. Who day, boys? Who day?